to do with them. Like, Nipsey ain't yours. Nipsey's ain't nobody's. Nipsey's his family's. Nipsey belonged to his family, and Nipsey belonged to the 60s, bro. I wanted to point out, man, and regardless of somebody's celebrity stats or who they is or where they from, man, that don't like get nobody the right to try to be detective or police of their situation to put their mind at peace. Definitely if you don't have nothing to do with the situation.
You know, when I made them Nipsey Hussle videos, you know, I thought to myself ahead of time, I knew already off top, right off the motherfucking dribble, that I was gonna ruffle some feathers with this shit. I knew everybody wasn't gonna agree with me. I knew there would be some cats out there that wouldn't like the shit, and that's cool with me. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Everybody ain't supposed to like this shit. I'm not for everybody. Also, you know, my skin complexion, I get it off. And I'm not from LA, I get it. I totally get that piece of the equation. So I knew it would ruffle some feathers, but you know, neither here nor there really in all actuality, because you know, the content, in my opinion, is gonna find the people that it sets well with, right? Your vibe finds your tribe, right? So I knew the content, if it was quality, it'll reach the right people that really would understand and get the gist of what I was putting down, right? But you know, yesterday my partner, he shot me a video from a cat in LA that did a reaction to my video, right? And I ain't gonna breathe on the cat's name because he kept it real respectful. He ain't mentioned my name directly, but you know, the cat's from LA, and he reacted to one of the videos that I did on Nip. And I feel like it deserves some healthy discussion. You feel me? I think it's worthy of having a civil dialogue in regard to some of the stuff that he said in the video pertaining to what I said in the video. So, you know how we do it on this channel, y'all, we keep it funky, right? We keep it 100 million trillion, you know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about this down there in the comments. If you see anywhere that I'm wrong, you know, please let me know where I went wrong on this right here. Because, you know, going forward, I want to make sure I'm on top of my shit. And I feel like I'm already on top of my shit. But I'll let y'all be the judge of that, not me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, y'all the ones consume the content. So we do a reaction to this cat's video right here. And, you know, I'm going to speak on what he says. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about what he said in regard to being a non-affiliate, a non-LA cat, breathing on these topics. And once again, y'all let me know down below. So, you know, I got my yak, and we're gonna talk about all that. So let's get into the content.
So what I'm gonna elaborate on today is Big U. You know, so I'm gonna elaborate on Big U side of the spectrum, you feel me? I did a somewhat of a reaction video, you know what I'm saying, to the internet, and pieced together different segments from other commentators. I pieced together a segment and spoke on it and put it together pertaining to Big U and his record deal, you feel me, with Nip. A lot of other people and commentators, you feel me, took a different route, you know what I'm saying, decided to narrate them, you know what I'm saying, as having something to do with Nipsey crime, you know what I'm saying, painting him out to be the villain. You know what I'm saying, y'all seen these videos, it was all type of narrations and you know what I'm saying, things going on of that sort. So Big U went on ahead and dropped some receipts from his phone, you feel me? And you know, I can't see the phone, but it ain't for me to see the phone. But you know, who's ever blogging him and got it on camera, you know what I'm saying, he's showing his phone, you know, and in his phone is you know, the dates, you know what I'm saying, a few dates that he talked to Nipsey, you know what I'm saying, a few days before his passing, you know what I'm saying. When I dropped the segment, you know, y'all be filled on the actual dates and what was really said. But you know, he talked to Nip, you know what I'm saying, a few days before his passing, and that conversation, you know, to me it seemed like, you know, they was cool, that they was on good terms, that nothing wasn't going on, anything of the sort that the media tried to paint as far as, you know, they was beefing, they wasn't getting along, you know, he was hating on Nip, you know, Nip got bigger than the program, so you know, they had to clip him, blah blah blah, you know, this and that, you know, all this hate, you feel me, with no actual horse to eat it. So
I'm gonna stop it right there. So he said all this hate, right? I don't know Big U to hate the man. At the end of the day, you know, I ain't got no dog in this fight in that sense of, you know, having like hate, like I don't know the man to hate the man, right? But what I do have is all the pieces that he's put out on the internet for me to react to. As you said, before breathing on this topic, you said you clipped together a bunch of shit. So for me, I feel differently, right? I clipped together a bunch of shit that made me feel a different kind of way. That's what I did. That's my opinion. That's my view on it. And ultimately, you know, for it to be called receipts, I don't think it works in his favor there. I think that him showing those messages right there piggybacks on what Black Sam said about there being friction, about DJ Khaled being out there and motherfuckers being upset. Now, y'all can tell me in the comments how y'all read the receipts, right? Do we take those receipts as being valid? Do we take that as being that him and Nip is in the clear and being cool? Or does that kind of validate the person who Black Sam was talking about? You know, that would be my inclination, is that those receipts right there, you kind of told on yourself. But y'all let me know down there in them comments.
I'm glad that I ran across this Big U segment, you know what I'm saying, with him dropping the receipts because it's from his phone. Because, you know, receipts, man, that's what we going off of up here, man. You know, the social media thing is cool, you feel me, with everybody coming with their conspiracy theories and their theories and things like that of what you think happened. It don't matter what you think happened, you feel me. You got to know what happened. If you don't know what happened, then, you know, it's just, you know, smoke up in the air. But, you know, it's content for people to get paid from. But, you know, a lot of things are sensitive, and I just think within anything, I don't care if you're a civilian, you know, a gangster, a thug, or whatever the case may be, you know, you should watch how you narrating things out here in the streets, you feel me? So we're gonna go ahead and drop these receipts, you know what I'm saying, for Big U.
So before I let it go any further, if I'm narrating anything in the motherfucking streets, there shouldn't be no video for me to even react to that give me the time and place to even breathe on that topic right there. You know what I mean? If I'm narrating anything in the motherfucking streets and shit, the streets is fucked up then, because this is like barbershop conversation to me. This ain't no different than having a worldwide barbershop conversation, in my opinion. I never pulled no videos out without no documentation behind what I said in my videos. You know what I mean? This ain't he said, she said, somebody told me this and I ran to the internet and said it. Nah, this ain't, not even on that type of time. But I get it though, you know what I mean? Like maybe you from your section and being from your flag or something, you know, you kind of like, you know, maybe you biased towards Big U. Maybe, I don't know. You know, I don't know you from a can of paint. So I don't know, you know, maybe what's your relation, I don't know, but I know you from LA from what I can pick up on the video and so forth. So I don't know, maybe that's why you kind of feeling so strongly about these videos in the opinion that I have, and a multitude of others have of the same opinion. But y'all let me know in them comments.
Coming out. I ain't gonna address this. We winning. How about that?
So as y'all see right there, you know, Big U, go ahead, go on this phone, you know, pull out the dates of March 28th. I think Nip died, like on the 31st or something like that. If March got 31 days, if I served myself correct. So, you know, he showed that he just had a conversation with that dude that, you know, that was speaking about DJ Khaled or whatever the case may be, you know. He was trying to get a direct line on Khaled to holler at Khaled or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That he wanted to holler at Khaled about. You know, Nip, you know, elaborated back like, you know, you done holler at him at the video shooting, you feel me? And it seemed like, you know, directed him with the line or whatever the case may be. Died a few days later. Now, that, from my perspective, like an opinion, that don't sound like nobody that was beefing to me, because I don't give a hell what the pecking order is. Like, if we beefing, we beefing. Definitely, if I'm a stump down dude and I'm righteous in my mind and I feel like you foul and there's something going on, I don't care who you is over here, man. Like, on everything, it's just what it's gonna be, what it's gonna have to be. Like, I'm not even about to have your number in my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even about to have your number in my phone. And furthermore, like, bro.
Now, I'd have to disagree with you. Now, I get where you're coming from, bro, and I respect your perspective on that right there. But, you know, the level that Big U and Nip is playing on, this is high level mental warfare, in my opinion. You know what I mean? This ain't no like street gangster type of shit right here. You know what I mean? Like this runs way deeper. This is on a master's level. You know what I mean? And you got to move differently. You know what I mean? Them things ain't no just straight up fuck you type of things right there, on site type of issues. Nah, that shit is more reserved for motherfuckers on the street level. You know what I mean? You know, bottom tier. And I don't mean that with no disrespect, but I get where you're coming from. But again, I think the receipts that that he showed in that video back up what Black Sam was saying. And if you pay attention to what the conversation was with Nip in there, if I'm not prying too deep, I'm just going off of what I have here and giving my opinion on it, is that he was talking about the balances when he balances it. So he was trying to get at him out the video. So all this is taking place at the same time. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. But I think Big U kind of told on himself, or, you know, implicated himself by showing that right there. And that's just my opinion on this shit right there. And I don't think that, you know, the issues that span knowing where Big U stands in his hood as predating so far back and having his hand, and that I don't see it being on some shit where it gotta be like, you know, fuck you and you're gonna see some drama like that. Nah, like, you gotta remember, like, they've had issues going back how far, like, you know what I mean? Like, this has been on some, and if you ever done business, you know what I mean, like real business, you know, you don't always get along with motherfuckers you do business with and make money with. You know what I mean? You can make money with a motherfucker you don't like, and that's unfortunate. I mean, I get the code of ethics and shit like that. I totally get that piece of the equation, but you know, that level that Nip and Big U would be functioning on that type of shit right there wouldn't be straight up type of shit like that. Now, I get that's how you are though, bro. I get that's I get that, but we looking at these as next level bosses though right here. You know what I mean? They working on a whole nother level. This is a whole nother type of warfare right there, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments below.
What is you even hit me outside of stuff that's not hood business? That's what I'm like. As long as I ain't fucking up, I ain't doing nothing that sanctions me to get a DP or anything wrong. Like, bro, what is you even hitting my phone for or anything like that? So it's just like, man, like, that's just like bizarre and crazy. But like I said, you know, off-wall things, you know, fit. You feel me? It's like they say opposites attract. So don't mean that it's far-fetched to merge. But I'm just like, you know, I'm not Nip not me. I'm just going off like me and my perspective. Like, if I was beefing with dude and it was up like that, like, man, ain't even no way you texting me, asking me about nothing. I don't care about no pecking order, whether y'all feel like, oh, like, cause it's like, what line can you press on me if I'm in the music industry and I'm a solid homie, a thorough homie, and I'm doing this music, I'm putting the set on, I'm making this shit look good. I don't care who you is, Monster Cody or whoever. How you think you gonna come to me and try to like, hey, yeah, homie, what's going on with that? Don't bring Khaled to the hood, or don't have Khaled around here, or yeah, you got to tap in with me. You know, I want to get some pictures and this and that. Like, huh? Like, man, this got to do with my career, my music, man. This ain't no hood or no gang shit. What are you talking about?
So here again, I'm just gonna pause it. In my opinion on this one right here, I think there's more in the background right now. This when a motherfucker could start talking about, you know, this being a conspiracy and so forth. Right now, if there was a reason that they really was blackmailing Nip or some shit like that, you know what I mean? I could see there could be some other pieces to the equation that we ain't factoring in completely right there. But bro, I'm not a gang member. I don't bang none of that shit. But what you saying though, being bigger than the program yourself though, right there. If you telling a motherfucker that's from your hood, that's higher up than you, isn't that being bigger than the program? I thought motherfuckers from Cali always say you can never be bigger than the program. So y'all let me know. Am I tripping? Let me know in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this last part of the segment from the dude that I got this commentary news from, and then I'm gonna commentate on the way that he's moving and the things that he's pointing out. And to a degree, I know he's trying to be respectful in his way in his commentation, but I think he's divvying too far in some business that's not really his. It's all right to commentate on what's being put out there, but like, you know, once you start playing like detective and private eye, that's when stuff start like being like, man, holy moly, like come on, man. So, you know, we're gonna go ahead and drop this last part of the segment. Okay, now as a commentator, I do it as well. I definitely understand you want to have your facts straight. If something is too far-fetched and it's just like, you know, put out there to where it's like, man, look, I ain't even got to say too much, like, dude blasting itself, it is what it is, then I might not go do too much homework and being saying like, oh yeah, this dude a rat, he, you know what I'm saying, he, you know what I'm saying, he is snitching, whatever the case may be. But when you talking about rats, snitches, death, and anything like to demean or defame a motherfucking character, man, you want to have your facts straight, you know, so that makes you, you know, you turn into a PI, you turn into this investigator, you know what I'm saying, you turn into a detective, you know what I'm saying, you looking for clues, you know what I'm saying, so.
Holy moly, clues in this motherfucker. Now, I respect bro's opinion, right? I can get where he get that piece of the equation, but the way I look at it like this is, you know, this ain't nothing but barbershop conversation, right? There's a gang of motherfuckers that's doing the same thing to me. I'm just putting everything in one place for everybody to find it at one time. You feel me? All these videos, they online. They anything that's on the internet, it's gonna give me any and everybody else an option and a platform here on YouTube to breathe on that topic right there. And there ain't nobody to tell me that I'm trying to defame this man. I ain't doing nothing but going off of what the brother done told me through his video. So if you in your video on the Breakfast Club talking about you used to be a part of a body snatchers group and all this type of shit, I can't do nothing but, you know, take that in for consideration. Now, calling me a private eye and a detective and shit, yeah, you know, he ha it's all that shit right there. I mean, you know what I mean? You can call it what it is. All I'm doing is doing the same shit motherfuckers in barbershops is doing the same shit. Hey, did you see this video, Wooty Wham? Did you see that? No, I ain't see that yet. Well, look, I got it all pieced together on my platform right here for everybody to be able to take a piece of it with it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I mean, I get it that you don't like the perspective that I'm putting out there for whatever reason. To me, the perspective I got is it seems pretty accurate to me from all the pieces that I see on the board, though. That's why I made the videos, and that's why I called them food for thought videos, so we could take all the pieces and see if we see a clear picture. But you know, bro, I get it that you from LA and that's your backyard, and you know that, you know, however it worked right there. But bro, all this shit is free on the internet to do right here. This ain't no different. I peeped your page, bro. You was talking about Mo3, Julio Fulio. You in all kind of other backyards yourself speaking on shit right there. For me, I get it. You don't like my opinion about what I see the narration, and maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. I don't know it. Like I said, all I can do is go off what I see online, and all the shit that I seen online, all the information that I took in, it gives me that understanding. It gives me that perspective. But you know, I get where you could come from, yo, bro. I mean, but this is YouTube. We gonna dissect. We gonna consume content, and we gonna make our opinions. And you know, I get where you coming from, you know, and it's your platform, and you can commentate on this shit however you want. That's why I made this, so I feel it's only right for me to make a response and commentate on my platform in regard to this, since my people have even seen this and they bring it to me and asking me like, hey, so, you know, this is my little 2 cents on the situation, but let me know down there in the comments.
That being said, so, and I really don't think dude is the police, so I'm not going to sit here and call on the police. I'm not going to sit here and say he's dry snitching, but do I think he's doing too much? Absolutely. So he goes and point out that although he's not a Crip, he's not from LA, not from California, Nipsey was a big celebrity, you feel me? This was a high profile case, you know, it was out there, you know what I'm saying? So basically, with all this information being out there, you know what I'm saying, like, I could do what I want to do with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could play detective, you know what I'm saying? I could place this here, I could place that there, I can say that I think this person did that, you feel me? I can say it's looking fishy here. That's when you doing too much, because for one, as he pointed out, you not from LA, you not from California. Another, you not from 60s. So
let's stop it again there though, cause see, like I said, bro, I peeped your page. You talking about people in Texas, you talking about cats in New York, and you may not be going in depth as me, but you giving your commentary, you touching on situations that gotta be, and for me, I don't need to be a 60. I don't need to be from LA to talk about Nip. I don't need to be a 60. I'm not talking about hood days and shit like that. No, I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle, who's a worldwide celebrity, and ultimately I did business with Nip at one point in time. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucking, I had business dealings and a whole bunch of other little shit going on with the All Money In camp at one point in time. So me personally, I would be a fan of Nipsey Hussle because I love the way that he changed the narration of the whole motherfucking. He changed the rap game. He still does it from behind the grave right now through his music. He changes the whole motherfucking narration of this motherfucking story that everybody be out here telling. You know what I mean? Like, he took shit up a notch, and I will forever respect that man, and forever forever, you know what I mean, have a deep motherfucking you know, gratitude to him for that right there, you know what I mean? And I know it interests me. I take a valued interest into this whole situation that's going on. This is probably the biggest thing on the internet for the West Coast right now. And there's a lot of motherfucking people interested in this right here. That's why the content be running up, because people have a genuine interest in it. So, you know, I get it, you from LA, that's your backyard, but bro, that don't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China at this point right now, because the shit that I'm breathing on is all shit that's online, that's internet videos. You know, we in the YouTube streets here, gang. We ain't out there in the trenches of Compton, Watts, and none of that shit. I'm not moving through your section like that. I'm going off of what's out there documented by these people, and guaranteed if they catch a case behind anything that's on the internet, they ain't about to use my videos. And if they did use my videos right there, they should have never put up those videos, let alone they should have never did the crime to begin with. You know what I mean? If you did the crime and then you got on the internet and told on yourself and a motherfucker did some commentary on that shit, who's in the wrong here? The motherfucker making the content? Nah, I would disagree about that one right there. All I'm doing is the same shit you doing. So it's kind of hypocritical for you to kind of put that on me right there, in my opinion. But y'all let me know if I'm tripping in them comments below.
So why are you trying to go all into the situation and play detective to find out who did it, just to stop a tweak that you got or itch in your mind? Just because your mind is ringing and might be running all over the place, and you patching together details and you squirming, and it's driving you crazy to find out who is the murderer. Oh, okay, we know who the murderer is. Well, did he send him at him? Did he have something to do with that happening? It don't even matter. They got the murderer already. Like,
so again, you know, like, why shouldn't I care? Why shouldn't I give mad? This is a man's life who was an icon, who I got the utmost gratitude. And it's not driving me crazy like I can't sleep or nothing, but yeah, I'll take a genuine interest in this shit right here. Yeah, this is something I keep up with. This is something I'm interested in for sure right here. Just like you making all the commentary about all the other shit you making on your page, gang. Get it? This is the same type of shit right here, but clearly I got you, like, I got you feeling some kind of way about something, you know what I mean, for you to make a video and dialogue on this type of note right here and project that I'm trying to put hate on the man, because I don't know the man to hate him, you feel me? But I get it though, I get it, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you feel like I gotta be from LA and 60s to talk about that, but I would highly disagree with you, gang.
it don't even matter. Like, so I don't even understand, like, why would people be trying to go, oh, this is his niece, you know, Nip was messing with her, oh, you know, what about this, they tied to each other this way and this and that. Then you remember, you know, they had that fight, then you remember, you know, they was getting into it behind percentages and this and that. That's when commentators start going too far and start trying to play detective and can get somebody, you know what I'm saying, put in jail, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you got to understand, definitely when you're doing a lot of views, the police is watching this and the police is on here, so you have to be mindful of these things, man. So that's just what I don't be understanding. And let's get this, let's get this straight as well too, because a lot of people just act like Nipsey was like a Jay-Z, was like a 50 Cent, was like a you know, man, Biggie and Dr. Dre. Now, when Nipsey died, yeah, like it was felt. Just seeing how he got killed, it went worldly. You know what I'm saying? His death, you know what I'm saying? His presence, you know what I'm saying? The spirit and who he was as a person. A lot of this was being shed light on too. When Nipsey was alive, he was still ascending, climbing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of celebrities was messing with him as far as the Jay-Z's, the Puffies and stuff like that. But Nip wasn't all the way mainstream, you know what I'm saying? Nip wasn't all the way mainstream for people to be like, oh, well, you know, Nip was this big, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Nip wasn't as big as Pac when Pac died, or he wasn't as big as Biggie Smalls when Biggie Smalls died. But when he died, he got as big as that. So I just think it's kind of far-fetched and crazy when people like trying to like patch people into like things, man, like trying to force people into things that don't have nothing to do with them. Like,
so I don't know, you know, like I said, I'm not from LA, so I don't know if your hood got beef with like 60s or what it is or however it worked, but it kind of sounds like you kind of biased on Nip, because I get where you're coming from, but Nip was big when he died. He had already dropped Crenshaw had already blew up, and that we already know that's a classic. And I don't know, like I told you, I've got business dealings with Nip though, you know what I mean? Like, this wasn't just some random rapper. You feel me? Like this is. So I've been fucking with Nip's music for a minute. You know what I mean? It wasn't like. And for Nip to die and all that, yeah, he totally got bigger. I would totally agree. Everybody gets bigger when they die, right? Especially Biggie. Biggie got way bigger after he died. But you know, for you to feel that kind of way right there, bro, like Nip was someone special, and he was set apart in the rap game way before his death, in my opinion, right there. And you know, a lot of people, not just me, have this same utmost gratitude for what Nip did, for what he brought to the game, and how he you listen to his music. His music is timeless, and his lyrics, I mean, they touch your soul. You can relate with them. They take you up a notch. They take your vibration up a notch. Listen to me. He ain't your average every street rapper that's out here just talking about, you know, the lowest level vibrations on a hard ass beat. Nah, Nip decoded the Matrix, literally decoded the motherfucking Matrix, and a lot of us had already been hip to him before he blew up. We ain't motherfuckers that got onto him when he blew up, when he died. Like, we was already hip to him. We was already fucking with him, and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, I'm going to do a narration of some shit when I find out all these pieces tie together, because all this shit ties together to make the big picture. And I don't know why you don't get that, though, gang. I figure, you know, a cat of your stature right there, you would get this type of shit. This would make sense to you, why all this shit goes together. But you think I'm being the police and making these videos and doing all that, or, you know, saying that's what, when I turn into being the police, like I said, bro, if a motherfucker gets incriminated by a video I make on YouTube, they should have never put another video up on YouTube for a motherfucker to even breathe on. You feel me? They shouldn't even done that right there, because all these pieces go together. It's not, I'm not the only where do you think I pulled all the information from? You know what I mean? I'm just narrating the shit and giving my opinion to the opinions that's already out there. So, you know, if they didn't want to get bumped up for some crime, they should have never did the crime first and foremost. And second, they should have never made a video that gave bits and pieces that could be pointing towards that shit, or even linked together, in my humblest of opinions. But, you know, I get it though. I mean, shit, you out there in the streets, and you know, everybody live by this real street code, and motherfuckers be living, you know, can't say this, can't do that. Man, I'm 41 years old. I pay motherfucking taxes. I done been to the pen for 11 and a half years, and I know all that shit is garbage. That whole lifestyle trash. All that shit, that whole shit, trash. Throw that shit in the gutter, kick that shit down the street. That shit ain't advancing nobody, and ain't doing nothing for nobody. All it's doing is pulling motherfuckers down. So for me, yeah, I'm gonna breathe on some shit, and that's why my channel is called Views of a Goal Getter, because I'm a goal getting motherfucker, and these is my views on these topics. Just like you got a channel, it's my platform right here to breathe on them topics right there. But you know, Nip was definitely, when he died, he was already popping, in my humblest of opinion. But again, y'all let me know in the comments below. Am I tripping, or what's the word? Let me know.
Nipsey ain't yours. Nipsey's ain't nobody's. Nipsey's his family's. Nipsey belonged to his family, and Nipsey belonged to the 60s, bro. And like I said, even when I get on here, I watch how I'm narrating it, like how I'm commentating, because I'm not from 60s, you feel me? And I don't never want to allow myself to get in the detective or police mind frame of trying to patch too much together. Well, did he have something to do with it? Well, could he send him, or whatever the case may be? They already got the killer. Like, it's not a cold case. And I know it done unraveled and opened all back up since Big Sound went on Big Boy Podcast, but
see, this is where you're wrong again, though, my friend. Like, this is a cold case. Like, they caught the killer, but we don't understand why that shit happened. We don't understand none of that. There's so many. And Black Sam, his own brother, is the one that started this whole motherfucking paradox of motherfuckers looking at this shit again. You know what I mean? Even breathing on this shit. This is coming from his brother. His own brother has suspicions on that shit right there. That's where all this shit originated. And you know, for you to say that Nip don't belong to nobody, but the 60s, when he died, clearly they didn't do nothing for him. The 60s is who murdered him. The killer is from 60s. So I don't think Nip belongs to God. And God, the Most High God, we're all his children. So we're all one another. We all belong to one another. So for you to say that, you know, that he don't belong, and since I'm not from LA, all that shit, bro, you sounded hella biased on this video right here to this shit right here, bro. Nip belongs to the people. Nip accepted every dollar from every person around the world for his album. He went to Amsterdam and made money out in Amsterdam with the whitest of white people out there. So, you know, for you to say that he don't belong to the people, and, you know, nah, gang, you off on this one right here, in my opinion.
That's the thing that be crazy out here. Like, when y'all be going, like, bringing people, family in there, y'all, yeah, like, man, y'all like some good detectives, man. Like some of these commentators is like, man, good detectives, like, man, like, I don't even know, like, man, how y'all even got caught up in the street. If some of y'all that did get caught up in the street, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is something y'all had a passion for later on down the life, and y'all just learning how to, like, commentating, and, you know what I'm saying, and unravel the ropes. But, man, a lot of people on here do a lot of good detective work, man, and that ain't cool at all, man. So,
you know, on my mama's dead soul, you know, I probably should have been a detective. I probably should have went down the right track when I was younger and missed the streets. You know what I mean? The streets ain't did a motherfucking thing for nobody. And all the street code and motherfuckers, all that whole motherfucking mentality, that shit is trash, though. That shit is trash. That shit ain't no street code. It's 2024. Ain't nobody living by none of this shit. And the motherfuckers that's living by that code, they behind them walls, motherfucking wishing they could get back out here, wishing they could change one decision so they could get back out here with their families. But meanwhile, they behind a wall for fucking 30, 40 years asking motherfuckers for a JPay like a little baby and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, at the end of the day, gang, like, maybe I should have been a detective. You know, maybe that would have, if I would have stayed on that track right there, that would have gave me some longevity and saved me a lot of heartache, and saved my family from a lot of heartache, and, you know, allowed me to actually, you know what I mean, have something that was solid underneath me, because the streets ain't never did nothing for me that was solid. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that said they was solid ended up being plastic. You know what I mean? I'm 41 years old. I done experienced every level of this game at this point, and the highs, the lows, the whole motherfucking nine. Don't get it twisted, gang. I just look like this. You know what I mean? I may look like this, and, you know, you may not be used to this type of shit right here, but, gang, I done experienced highs, lows, the whole motherfucking nine. And, you know, if you think what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, putting this shit together ain't cool, that's cool, bro. Just don't peep the videos, gang, because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to formulate my thoughts by taking all the pieces that I got, and I'm gonna try to see the clear picture on this shit right here. You know what I mean? And, you know, my channel is the pretense behind my channel, though, really is for the youth to realize that, you know, motherfucking the street code, all this shit, this gangster shit, all this shit is some bullshit. All this shit is leading a motherfucker nowhere, though. It's leading the motherfucker to where? To the motherfucking to the demise of your life. You know what I mean? The streets ain't did shit for nobody, and this motherfucking 2024. I mean, motherfuckers is trying to live out the 90s again in 2024. That shit done came and went. We got cameras, surveillance, motherfucking no rules, no nothing there. This shit is for the birds, though, bro. So I don't know, you know, if it was some real street shit, you know what I mean, I'll leave it in the streets. But the shit we breathing on this topic right here, gang, this shit ain't no street shit in that sense right here. This is worldwide internet shit, YouTube streets right here, gang. But y'all let me know. Am I tripping? Let me know in the comments below.
That's just what I wanted to touch up on, man, and some things that I wanted to point out, man. And regardless of somebody's celebrity stature, who they is or where they from, man, that don't like get nobody the right to try to be detective or police of their situation to put their mind at peace. Definitely if you don't have nothing to do with the situation. It's not that your mind shouldn't even be hell bent on what happened. You know, people die every day. You feel me? Yeah, it's a tragic loss in a tragic way that it happened. But loss is a form of life. And if it ain't no family member or kin to you, like, why go all the way out to try to expose something? It's just my answer, just my question. So that's what I got for y'all today. It's your boy Young.
So peace to Young Hefe right there, though. Peace to him right there. You know, salute to him for having his opinion and shit right there. I just want to give my little feedback on the narration he gave, especially since he was talking about detective and police work. I think it's only right that I breathe on those topics right there before you try to paint a picture of me, which that ain't me. But, you know, ultimately, yeah, you know, this is the biggest thing going on online right now, especially pertaining to the West Coast. And, you know, for me, yeah, I give a fuck. I do give a fuck about this shit right here. You know what I mean? I think we was robbed of Nip. I think it was an assassination, and I think that shit runs way deeper. And, you know, it's crazy, the betrayal that goes on to a motherfucker. Motherfuckers know that there's betrayal, but yet motherfuckers still stay loyal to these causes, right? These causes that have no loyalty to you at any point in time. Motherfuckers swear they want to be the most loyal motherfucker to this cause that ain't got none of your best interests involved right there. But I get it. Because when I was younger, I bought into that deception too. You feel me? I bought into that deception, and I had to go behind them walls and get around some older cats that, you know, gave me some game and opened my eyes to what shit really is. And I've never been able to unsee that shit again. That's why I say I make my channel as Views of a Go-Getter to breathe on motherfuckers about how motherfucking trash this motherfucking street code and all this shit is, because it's trash. It don't do nothing for a motherfucker. It's leading motherfuckers off your course. Motherfuckers be having so much potential inside of themselves and can do so much more, but want to be loyal to these causes and these motherfucking codes that it's set up for them to be motherfucking destroyed at the end of the day. But you know, that's my humblest of opinions. You know, if y'all fucking with the video, smash that like button. If you ain't subbed up. You know, I keep videos coming and going as we always do. But let me know what y'all think down there in the comments. Let's talk about this. Let's have a healthy discussion about all these topics right here. But shit, to the next one. I'm gone. R.I.P. Nip. Out.